Ooh.
We back. We in the loading screen of champions. Tucker, check your mic.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Trick or treat starts in about 2 hours. We're hoping our grandma would go out and tells you how closely Tucker and I are related. Our grandma. And we were hoping she'd go out and pass out the candy, but she has decided.
No.
999.
No. Okay.
Okay, so we learned that we can't upgrade the camp because we have to be level 26. Our goal was the fan missions. We probably have an hour at most an hour and a half. So
Some berry juice.
Looks like we're gonna make some food. Looks good to me. And we're gonna go start running the fan missions in the time that we have. We at least leveled up the camp. Tucker and I have both moved our score up from a 2 out of 10 to a 3 out of 10. Tucker, explain our 3 out of 10.
Because
What's making it better?
Because it feels like we get to kill stuff again, and our camp is killing stuff for us.
Yeah, we're liking the camp system.
What we don't like about it still is how difficult the enemies are to deal with and how it goes against its own logic.
Yeah, so the balance issues remain. I don't think that's going anywhere. There's still a lot of stuff that's not fleshed out. Like, oh, here's a random escort mission. Oh, now you can move dumpsters and objects in the world, even though it doesn't actually change anything. The quest system is very repetitive. Again, the balance really is the big thing. The ferals, the zombie rabbits, how difficult hunting is. It's still difficult to get food and water a lot of the time. It's just fun. Maybe we should have even fast traveled. But we're getting there, and you know what? We haven't quit. We were extremely close to quitting last weekend. That Saturday night that we started at like 12:31 a.m. started recording, and it just went for shit. That was about the closest we've been. But that very next day, that Sunday, we came in and we randomly made progress, and it was like strong progress. We leveled up the camp.
We got new weapons,
Got some
tools.
new weapons. We actually managed to complete a couple missions, and we were so close to quitting. It's the whole 4 inches from gold. When you're the closest to quitting, you're also the closest to actually winning. And so now we're pushing forward. Now I'm sure there's still going to be some hiccups in the road and some glitches along the way, but overall, I think that we're making... I was going to lose a little more.
Oh.
What mission were you going to do?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, we were going to do the fan missions.
Yeah, the fan. Let's get to the XP farming. That's our big goal today, is that we just have a little bit of time. If we can get to the XP farm mission and actually farm it just a bit before we have to go, that would be great. Because that's pretty much our biggest bottleneck now, is farming XP so we can level up our camp and level up our skills. We feel pretty confident that we understand a lot more how to get resources. Not all the resources, but like planks and stuff. We had plenty of planks last night after just speed running. We decreased the mission difficulty. We go to the mission that it wants us to do, and we just run it as fast as humanly possible.
Because no matter how difficult the mission is, it'll still give you the same loot.
Yeah, it still gives you the same loot. So we were getting 15 planks per mission. If we do the mystery guest mission, we'll get 10 nails. So we can just run those real quick, farm them, 2-3 times, and then we're pretty much set for a little bit. So that it is repetitive, but it's not the biggest deal in the world, and I am glad that there's basically set ways to get it. It's not random drops. Now there's stuff coming up, like what was the the mechanical heart helmet. What was the item you need to get? Spark plugs?
Yeah, spark plugs.
And we don't know how to get that stuff. And there's not an easy guide except for going online, but because this isn't like the world's most popular game, hence no sequel or anything like that.
There isn't really any go off of.
Right. The information's not complete.
And it's outdated. The information that is there is outdated.
A good portion of the time, yeah. But sometimes you get lucky and it's there. So we'll look up spark plugs once we start these fan missions. Because that would be like bonus goal. It's kind of lofty, but if we could get Tucker's new helmet before the day's out, that would be cool. I think we have to do the usurper and then one more, and then we're at damn allergies. I can see in your eyes that this is making you furious too, so it should. Do you think you can make him see reason?
On usurper and talk to him.
Oh, it's a fake Kovac. Now, we are going to be increasing these still.
We're just going to decrease when we farm.
Yes.
All right.
Now, during this loading screen, and Tucker, you mentioned the loading screens and how to survive one. Tell people about that.
So, I think this is unique to the Wii U because we played How to Survive on the Wii U.
And we'll be
On the
doing our Let's Play Wii
gamepad,
U.
while you're traveling in between islands, you're going to a new area. The loading screen will pop up and it gives you trivia questions, and it'll ask you like real tips that you would use in the video. Could you ever?
You get trivia questions during the loading screens, and if you get them right, you get XP. So even though we were talking about things we liked about How to Survive 1, and things we didn't like, and Tucker asked me why I only give it a 6 out of 10. I said, well, the game ends. It's a very anticlimactic ending, and that most of the leveling tree, it's cool, but you don't utilize most of it, and a lot of it doesn't make sense. You get the crafting at a nice clip, but a lot of the coolest crafting you'll never see because the game's too short and the items to get it are too rare. And then I said the whole island hopping. You have to backtrack a lot, like Metroid games. There's just tons of backtracking. And he said, yeah, but they corrected that pretty well by having one of the best loading screens he's ever seen. Yeah, he's right. They did do a nice job of like understanding where the game had issues. That's where How to Survive 1 is more complete. It sort of understood, okay, we're going for like a survival crafting game.
Even though it's short, it still knows what to do.
It goes back to what we were talking about, where like the guys who made Time Splitters made a game called like Acid or something. I'll look it up. And they got a big assist from a publisher that had a ton of money. And the publisher set it up to be like, oh, it's going to be the next Halo. It's going to be the Halo killer. Back at around that time period, everything was going to be the Halo killer because Halo was the biggest game. So all these FPS games would come out and claim they're going to be the Halo killer. Of course, none of them were. And the studio knew this. The studio knew they were good at like certain things. They knew they were good at telling a narrative. They knew they were good at making a solid shooter. They knew they were good at making AI. And so they would always have the same process in their game development. They would make a really, really big game with like stealth options and AoE options for like trapping enemies and really smart AI as a way to implement the stealth missions. They would have like leveling AI that gets smarter, just everything but the kitchen sink, everything and the kitchen sink. And then what they would do is they'd get together as a team and as developers, and they'd say, okay, what works in this game? What's the core of this game that's making it fun, making it work? Just like Time Splitters. And the core of that game was you get to be these badass time agents and play through these half action FPS, half stealth mission, and you get to engage with a really cool narrative. We also have like really fun PvP. Well, the publishers who came in to oversee the project decided to play like a really heavy hand in it. It's kind of like how Rob Zombie talks about being a movie director and how the Weinsteins kept calling him every day and telling him like, it'd be really cool if you would do this. You know, we had this idea, you should implement that instead of just letting him tell the story and make the movie. The same thing happened with the developers of Time Splitters. So they had to keep all these random ass features in there, and not one of them was fleshed out all the way. So yeah, there'd be like, oh, you can escort people and then they can start to drive tanks for you, but it would not work all the way and it would only be implemented like twice. So it's like, why did you put development resources into that? So the get to the point, that's the same thing that's been happening in How to Survive 2. How to Survive 2 has all these different ideas in it. You can build a camp. There's an online system where you can 24/7 host a camp, like a server, and you guys could run missions together and build your camps up. There's escort missions, there's hunting, there's crafting, there's tons of level syncs to try to implement those MMO light features. So lots more, a lot more than How to Survive 1, but it somehow through that, ironically, it has become worse because How to Survive 1 was like, hey, what are we good at? Well, we have a survival crafting game. Okay, let's go really, really hard on that. I didn't get you?
No.
Wow.
He hit you. Stopped it.
Wow, they're being pricks this time. Usually they just stay on.
That time he decided to get off.
It's just make a really good survival crafting game. And yeah, it had mistakes, but it definitely like put all of its time into two things: combat and crafting. Whereas Tucker, what does it seem like How to Survive 2 focused on?
Seemed like it focused on everything.
Yeah, focus on like everything. So like Halo 1. What did they decide to do? Let's just make an extremely good shooter based upon all the experience Bungie has as a shooter up to this point. Let's tell a really strong narrative, and let's have what was actually a completely groundbreaking system with the shield regenerates over time, and left trigger for your grenade, the way that it implemented the dual sticks, like everything about that game was a triumph. And it was a triumph because it was like, let's master what we're already good at. Let's look at what we're good at and let's be even better at it, and let's just focus on these things. How do we make an amazing shooter? And it's too bad, because I'll tell you, How to Survive 2 has its moments. What's been like something that you've really liked about this game, Tucker?
The executions and the weapons that they have.
Yeah, so that's something we've been talking about
a lot better. They did that a lot better in this one than first How to Survive, because in the first How to Survive you only had like 3 executions you could do. But this one, you could do all sorts of different executions for one weapon.
Yeah, How to Survive 1, you repeat the same executions over and over again. That's something we've complimented a lot. There's some really stupid sounds in here, like the one where it's clearly a chainsaw motor purring and the wildebeest roar. Like, there's a lot of stupid sounds, but the kill animations and the impact of melee weapons is satisfying. It has weight to it. We talked about it. We said heft has impact. When we decreased the difficulty and Tucker's hammer was actually a hammer, it was knocking him around, hitting him really hard. Like, that's when this game's kind of, I hope that whoever did that work for this game went on to have even better jobs in the industry, because I don't know that this studio even exists anymore. The last update for this game was in 2018, so clearly we're trying, but it was also like the autopilot updates, like what Wonderlands is on right now. Like, oh, there's an event going on that they already programmed like 2 years ago, but as far as balance or anything like that, that's out the window.
Just like a seasonal event and stuff.
Yeah, that's just repeating, and that is also not good in the sense that they wanted this. This was a game that was releasing right as the live service, the MMO light games were getting really big, and they pretty much managed to implement a game that has systems like that, even though those games usually take years and years and years to actually get out, like Anthem. And damn, they actually kind of pulled it off, even though it cost them quite a bit in, you know, bugginess and other things not being really fleshed out. But still, it's there, and so that means with those games you've got to update them. You have to stick with those games, or you wasted all of that development time. And they probably did want to, and so they put those microtransactions in there, but they did a really bad job on the microtransactions. It's straight up just pay to win shit. The real answer to doing that is to do expansions. Like, here's a new area on the map. Here's a new set of stories, $10. Damn, Tucker's out there getting violent on purpose with a...
What?
Oh! Let them out of there. Nice job. They said we were gonna find more food. Do you really feel like we've been finding more food?
A little bit more. We've been able to feed ourselves this time.
Thanks to white tea. You cooking meals. That was the game changer. You pushing for us to have a kitchen was the idea. The kitchen and the foundry have been the two best things for us.
Hey, can of fish. Bag of candies.
Fish is really good for my dude. You need the meat and peas, and I need the fish.
Oh, you
Love it.
do.
Gives me the faster crits.
Fish and peas. So we have to get a can of peas, and a fish. That way we can make you that meal. Where was this fake Kovac?
Good question.
Oh, we haven't checked the bottom left of the map yet.
Yeah, I think there's still quite a bit of map left, to be honest. Damn, smacking the shit out of that guy. I think there's a store here. There's not even a bonus objective.
Just wants us to speak fake Kovac.
Yeah, I bet maybe that'll be a boss fight. Have we had any real boss fights yet? I don't think we can count the bear because I think that's going to become a generic enemy.
That's gonna be. Get up. Get up. Stop. Put your book.
Go loot these stores over here.
We looted them.
Oh, I don't know. Give a quick look see. Yeah, I guess we have. Okay. It still takes a bit long just to kill generic zombies. It was 1 or 2. I think it was down to a 1 shot in How to Survive 1. We were 1-shotting everything. Tucker's boomerang would knock him back, and my bow could just sit there and not. Oh, good.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, we're back to you pushing things around for no good reason.
Maybe it's a little more obvious this time.
I doubt it. You can use them as to make a barricade, though. You can block areas off if you start to get overwhelmed. We just haven't succeeded in doing it quite yet.
Be able to loot these cars. If we were able to loot that one truck in that one mission, we should be able to loot every car.
Yeah,
just
there
with a
you go.
chance of tricking a car along.
Oh, here it is. That's another half-baked feature, no doubt. Oh, that's why we.
Oh,
Have
there's a fake Kovac.
that's why we have to use the dumpster.
Well, at least they made it more obvious this time.
Yeah, still pretty stupid though.
Come on, there we go. this shopping cart squeak.
What the hell?
How did a
they got-
zombie get?
They got the music going, so it's about to be overwhelmed, I guess. They can't get over this fence, though. They don't seem to be able to. Look.
I can't hit him.
Try. Go on this other corner and swing. Oh. I mean, you can go over.
All right.
One of them's ready for execution already.
Tally ho! Over here, lads.
Oh, whatever. You were an execute, and you got nailed. Yeah, these guys just have a lot of health. 10,000 health is quite a lot for a zombie.
Mighty fine.
Go for it.
Hello, survivor. I gotta make him Australian because Kovac is Russian. Hello, survivor. I'm Kovac. I'm here to teach you the basics of survival. Chapter 1. Excuse me. Me? An imposter? Aha! I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the real Kovac. What? You ask a lot of questions, survivor. You my friends? I understand them. Who wouldn't want to look like me? What do you mean they think my outfit looks ridiculous? That's going too far. I spent hours on this outfit. It's perfect. I mean, it's what I always wear. I'm,
Your Australian accent's fading quick.
forget it. Forget it.
What the hell are you now?
Forget it.
Back to the Indian guy.
I
Make him Indian.
just wanted to impress them so I could join their camp. But obviously that's not going to happen. Tough luck. You think Kovac would like my outfit?
Hello, I am John from Apple. There's a problem with your Apple account. We need your social security number,
Your credit card number.
and we'll get this all sorted out for you.
There's one zombie down there.
Did you already read all this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, now we get to.
That's it?
Yep.
What does he need us to do again?
We just need to leave.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, okay. We loot?
Oh, there's a house up here we can loot.
Alright, I guess. Let's loot quick, though, because we may be able to hit our goal, and I know our time's limited.
Up in here. Up in here.
It takes so long just to clobber one zombie. I'll pick it. I don't expect any.
Yep, nothing.
Or bathrooms locked from the outside that don't. See the loot. That's another thing we kind of forgot about. Is how picky they are about the loot. What's the word?
Nitpicky. Ooh, can of peas.
When you just don't give very much. I mean, miserly. I don't want to that strong. Austere is still a $10 word. I need a simple word. Cheap. But not cheap because it doesn't have to do with money.
All right.
What's the word? Help me with the word.
Mr. Krabs.
Tight. Tight's alright. Scarce. But still, it has to do with giving.
Oh, hello. There's a chest right there. Goodbye.
I mean, austere works. I can probably go with that one. It's bugging me though. I need a word.
Don't touch me. I'm sterile.
Yeah, prudish. I like that. They're real prudish with the loot.
There we go. We had to find a good.
It's still not perfect because prudish has more to do with like morality. I think austerity pretty much works.
Really-
Just austere because that means strict, severe.
Get out of our house. Get out of our house. Get out of our house.
But it also means you don't give. You don't give love.
Goodbye.
Okay. See if this is actually going to be worth looting or not.
Hold on. Sorry. I'm just. Pressing.
How did this one zombie get locked in here? Oh, okay. You can hit us through the walls. I see how it works. That's nice. Thanks, game. This guy's struggling like hell to get through. Do you have any extra... oh, bottle of water. Not that. Not that. Just
Some
like,
cloth.
yeah.
One piece of. One.
I'll probably just wait then until we get back to camp. Oh, well. I'll wait.
Hey, let me see if I can hit you.
There we go. God damn time.
Come here, buddy.
Is there even anything in there?
I don't know.
Let's just get close and look. I don't think there is.
He's busy knocking on this wall over here, so I think you can pick it.
All right. I don't think it's even worth it though. I think we should be trapped in there for all time. Just to get rid of that annoying ass heartbeat. I say we leave. I don't think there's that much more worth. Feel great.
Hey.
That's your helmet. And then I was reading about your spark plugs, and they said, mission from fan. So which mission is it?
Hopping against the.
The Old Flames. The Old Flame, one of Clinton's, will drop you spark plugs. Old Flame, okay. Right by Betty's door. It's in the dresser. How many do you need to make your helmet?
I do spark plug.
Let's start a new episode.